Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Taking the PCast, part number 11. Yeah. And this is my final finale podcast video blog of the first half of 2024. That's right, I will be back for the second half, hopefully doing some more shows, do some podcasts and vlogs as a result. So yes, keep tuned, stay tuned and watch this space. As always, this wonderful thing over here, my handle, AJRedditch. Keep an eye on it. I'll be posting bits as I go along through the summer months and obviously through the winter, autumn, that kind of thing. So keep an eye out. All right, guys. But first and foremost, let us start with giving the guys over at South Redditch a big clap. Oh, yes. Not only for the setup of the show, so thank you to the guys there like Dave and all the people who helped set up the show at South Redditch Social Club that I did Friday gone. Oh, yes. And a big thank you to the people who came along, the ladies and gents who came along. Wow, what a show. I really enjoyed it. Great fun. I literally unleashed. I did. I've been unleashed throughout the whole of these shows that I've been doing so far. First one I did was quite tentative, and now we're all the way to the last one. But yeah, really enjoyed South Redditch. Such a good show. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. There was lots of stopping and starting, but it didn't affect me. I still tried to keep it flowing, keep it funny, just work with it, really trying to evolve with everything that was going on, just trying to adjust, as the show was going on, people coming in late, that kind of thing as you do, and small intimate crowds, that kind of thing. So you just need to go for it. That's how I think. That's my thought process. Go with the flow. That saying is quite frequently used, but that's exactly what I did. And it shows that I can improvise, and that's the most important thing, really. And I can, and I loved it. And let's put it into very simple terms, guys. You were laughing a lot, so you clearly enjoyed the show, and that's good. I was laughing as well, and I think that's something you got to do. You got to enjoy your own stuff. Enjoy the feedback that you get from the audience, and just generally get with it, and that's exactly what I did. There is material, like I said, all along throughout the whole of these podcasts. This set material. My Young at Heart show does have set material, but the first half is playing around with stuff and just messing about for the first sort of half of the show. So for those of you that wondering what I'm about, it's literally that. The first 20 minutes or so, I'll do some improv stuff. I've got some ideas and bits and bobs that I do and work with, and then the final sort of hour of the show, or the sort of hour of the show, the main bulk of it, is my Young at Heart material. So come along. I have one more to go, people. I'd love a lovely, nice, great, different kind of demographic audience at the next show. Nice spread type set, which seems to be this sort of the sort of set thing right now. A nice different kind of age range of the people who come and attend, the audience members. I can't control that naturally. I can't do that at all. Don't know. I just invite people as I go along. So yeah, really enjoyed South Redditch. I went to Greenlands. I went to Woodrow. Great fun in Woodrow. But yeah, I went to Greenlands and Woodrow. Really enjoyed sort of posting the leaflets out for that one. Completely random. I did get someone ask me in a DM about how I go about posting stuff, and the fact is, I've said this before, it's all random. I don't know who lives where. It's not like I can pick and choose mates or something like that, or people that I know, and not that I would anyway, to be honest, but I haven't got a clue who these people are who live in these houses. I literally just sort of go every other house. I do have a sort of tactic or a process, and that is that I try and target the houses that are closest to the social club, believing that they won't have much aggro, hopefully getting there, as it's just across the way, across the path, down a close or something like that. So yeah, I do target quite close to the venue that I'm performing at. Done that for the football club as well. So yeah, I do try and get quite close to the venue. But for Woodrow, obviously that's sort of on the doorstep, but it's across the sort of border. So I went to both, but I haven't got a clue. I don't sort of look at particular sections that I'm going to post, and I just go post, and that's it. Off we go. So yeah, a great fun at South Redditch. Really good. I can see straight away why comedy shows are put on there and what acts perform there. It's set up for it. It really is. It was set up. I mean, of all the places that I've been to so far, South Redditch is probably one of the ones that I've gone, yeah, I mean, Arrow Vale, I did a show at Arrow Vale in Matchborough. That is a proper sort of theatre, you know. So of all the venues that I've been to, that has the proper sort of theatre-y feel, you know, performing arts, whether it's dancing, whether it's singing, that kind of thing, or comedy in my sense. But yeah, so of all of the venues, the Arrow Vale one's probably been sort of style-wise the best, but setup-wise, you can see why people go to South Redditch. You know, the social club, it was really, really good. You know, I really enjoyed it, and everything was just pretty much on point from my perspective, and I just work with the rest. That's what I'll continue to do. So, ladies and gents, we move on to the final show, my very last one of the first half of 2024. That's right, I always plan to do 10 venues, 10 shows. Started back in January, and here we are now, pretty much sort of the end of May. And I first and foremost like to say I've really, really enjoyed it. So a huge thank you, not just to the guys who came to South Redditch, but to every other show, you know, going all the way back to Oakenshaw and now coming up to the football club this Thursday, 23rd. So yes, really, really, really looking forward to that show. But huge thank you to everyone who's come and seen me so far. And I genuinely, I really do. I mean that. Thank you so much for coming out to see me, supporting me, watching me, sort of hopefully evolve. You know, that's the feedback I've had so far. You know, from show number 1 to hopefully now show number 10. It's all experienced me. Said that all along. I'll perform in front of one. Not that I've had one, but I'll perform for one audience member all the way up to however many, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100. You know, once it's go time, I'm on. That's it. Switch on, and I'm just in the zone at that point then. So, you know, and I've really enjoyed it. I really have. Learned to do a lot of things as I've gone along, so improvise and change and adjust tactics and change the material ever so slightly, tailored it. But other than that, I think the most important thing about this whole experience to me is that I've enjoyed it, and you have to enjoy it. You know, there's been a bit of ups and downs, but I've ultimately enjoyed it. You know, it hasn't really been a horrible experience or a bad experience or, you know, good, bad feedback. It doesn't bother me at the end of the day. I take it on board and off we go on to the next one. So, but thankfully everything's been pretty good so far. So there you go. Good feedback. I think people have liked the idea that someone's trying to do something in Redditch that's a bit different. You know, I'm not wailing and singing around like all the other people. And it does seem like karaoke's everywhere, doesn't it? And singing's everywhere, and, you know, everyone's a singer. So doing comedy is completely different, and not comedy in general, because obviously that exists in town, but being a Redditch comedian, that is a bit more unique. So we shall now discuss the wonderful final show, shall we? Over at the football club. I think it's still called the Valley Stadium, but yes, we're over there at the function room. I think it's 1891 room it's called, or something like that. I've read that somewhere. But yes, we're upstairs in the function room, and that is on Thursday, 3rd of May at 7 o'clock. Yes, it is. Be there on time, people, but, you know, I know you can't help it. So there are tickets online right now on Ticket Lab on the website. The link's on the leaflet, it's online, it's on the events page on my YouTube, on the events section on Facebook. It's all everywhere, really, on Twitter, on Insta. So yes, have a little look if you haven't already. These lot, yeah, my socials, they're all on there, people. But I'd love you to come along. It is £4 per person. It is. I got asked the other day why I'm doing it so cheap. You know, it's worth more. It probably is, to be fair. I am very, very cheap for a comedian, a bit like my comedy. But I am cheap. I'm for a reason, because the money side of things at this moment in time doesn't not interest me. It's not really. I'm more interested in the performing, getting the venues, getting my name out there, word of mouth, people enjoying the show, coming to see me, hopefully recommending me to other people, which is what I ask to do at the end of the show and during the show. But yeah, coming to see me at my shows as I go along, that's more important to me. Word of mouth, as they say, is more powerful than it is. Like I said, I've done my 10 shows. I'll be doing another set, hopefully different ones, different venues for the second half of the year. I will be discussing them hopefully with the venue guys pretty much after I come back off my Holly Bobs. So yes, so we've got football club up next, Redditch United. Really looking forward to this. One of the first, this is actually, I think, the first venue I spoke to about doing a show. Yeah, I think I was feeling a bit lazy on that day, so unfortunately I just walked around the corner and check the football club and see if they'll do a show. It's not actually, it's because I saw outside them advertising, you know, venue for hire, that kind of thing. And I thought, okay, sounds like a good show. I'd never been to the function room. I've been to the football club, never been to the function room, so that was quite cool. So yes, and I guess because of its location being local to me and the fact that it was my first sort of venue that I visited and sat down and spoke to them about, it felt right that was my finale show there. I could have done it at the South Redditch comedy club, or social club as it is, but yeah, they were always going to be there just because of the comedy aspect, because they do a lot of comedy over at South Redditch. So them being the one that I did just before the finale, perfect. So we're there on Thursday, 7 o'clock. All right, my last show of the first half of 2024. That's right. Second half will probably come in the autumn, sort of summer, end of summer, maybe autumn. I might do a couple of scattered sort of miscellaneous shows during the summer just to keep it flowing, keep relevant. But otherwise, yeah, come along, people, on Thursday. All right, 7 o'clock over at the football club. You want it, you do. And for £4, hey, you've got nothing to lose. You haven't really. You've only got something to gain, really, and that's to see something a bit different. And I am different. I never hide the obvious. I do a lot of storytelling. That's the main material. But the first sort of 20, 30 minutes are improv, just messing about with you guys, chatting, joking about the area, that kind of thing. So come on, come and see me, all right? You want it, you do. So Thursday, Redditch United. Absolutely. Redditch United Football Club, 7 o'clock. Hopefully I'll see you there. And then going forwards, as I say, I'm going on holiday for a week, pretty much straight after the show. I wouldn't say straight after, the day after. I'm going on holiday for a week to recalibrate. That's right, to recharge the batteries. I need it, I really do. It's not because this has been intense or anything like that, but just because everyone needs a holiday, don't they? Need a break, a bit of time off for the family, so that's the plan. And then to come back fully recharged for a couple of summer shows. They will be scattered, they will be random. I probably won't do, like a full-on sort of schedule for that particular one, because it is going to be, like I say, random. So it'll be very much a matter of check out the socials, people, and come along. Hopefully be in your area, in and around your area, for you to see me. But yeah, come and see me. All right, guys, come and see me. Don't want any complaints, and it's no longer £4 in the future to watch my shows. But yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it. At the end of the day, you guys are my currency, not money. Bums on seats, enjoying the show, laughing with me, because that's essentially what I'm doing. I wouldn't say I'm messing about, because it is, I wouldn't say serious, but there is serious material side to this particular show. But everything else is just silliness, really, isn't it? That's the whole point of comedy. Just be silly, crazy, wild, as funny as you can, really. And that's my plan. All right. Good stuff. But yes, I will be coming back from holiday, going again, pretty much in the summer for the odd bits, just to stay relevant, like I say. And then the material will be back for the second half of the year, leading us all up to Christmas. So, yeah, good to go, people. I do have plans. So watch this space. But otherwise, once again, huge thank you to everyone who's come to see me at all the shows dating right there back in January to Oakenshaw, the community centre. And a thank you in advance to the guys who are coming to see me over at the football club. Thanks, obviously, to the guys at the South Redditch. And I will say this finally, a huge thank to everyone who's helped me. And by help, I mean, being involved in some part of this journey for me, whether it's been setting things up, and being involved with me at the start through the community centres and all the shows that I did those, all the way to the guys who helped me in the middle part, setting up at the village halls and those kind of things. And more importantly now, when we do the South Redditch and then moving over to the football club, the guys have helped me set that show up as well and prepare and, got everything and promoted to a degree as well. Push the shows. It's quite important that we do that. Keep the socials. Socials are huge, right? The second everyone's on social media, that's the best way to do it. So a big thank you, not just to audience members, because, customers, audience members, that kind of thing, they always get the praise, don't they? They do. But the praise goes to the people in the background that don't get that sort of thank you. And it is a huge thank you to all the guys who helped me out, the people behind the scenes, the people at the forefront, the people at these particular places, the venues, who have arranged it with me, who've sorted out the times and everything like that and helped me set up the stage and that kind of thing. Although, to be quite frank, let's be honest, people, I've done most of the work. But for the little bits in the background who've done the stuff, stage stuff like that, a huge thank you to all of you. All right, and I genuinely mean that. All right, guys, but I will leave you with this. Thursday, Redditch United. Be there, because it is my last show of the first half of 2024. I would love to see you there, I really would. So hopefully you come along. 7 o'clock, sharp, be there. Take it easy. AJ.